Being said, got to go to the phones and make sure that we have my friend on the line on today. One of the GMAP Broadcast Network featured children's authors. Stop by GMAP1.com. Click on the tab that says featured children's authors. I mean, how much more do you need? And you'll see a copy of his current publication in that area. We're gonna encourage you to click on it and find out a little bit more intimate information and details about who this young man is and the publication that he has available for children around the world. With that being said, we have, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dudes and dudettes, if that makes sense. Please welcome my friend David Silva to our broadcast family. David, are you there this afternoon?
Yes, I am. Thank you for a great introduction. I appreciate that.
Let me get my studio audience in place.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, they've been off since COVID, so I'm on my own. But Dave, we welcome you. Thank you, and again, I say thank you for being here. Welcome to the GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. For those that don't know, Dave is one of our featured children's authors. And, of course, like I said before, stop by our broadcast network, GMAP1.com, and click on the tab that is titled Featured Children's Authors. Not featured authors, featured children's authors. You'll see a copy of the publication that I am currently showing you on our television screen. Click on that copy. It'll take you to the necessary location. Find out more intimate information and details about the individual as well as the publication. Now, Dave, with that being said, people around the world are tuned in. We got our Comcast family tuned in. We got the GMAP family tuned in. We got your family tuned in. What more can we ask for? Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from. Who is David Silva Jr.?
Well, I'm born and bred in Kansas City, Kansas. Lived here my whole life. Grew up in humble beginnings, of course, taught the right and wrongs of life, and God was a big part of all of this. And I'm very happy to be here and able to share my dream, my passion, that with everyone here in the audience. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good. You know what? I hear people tell me that all the time. Thank me. But, I'm going to flip the script and thank you. Because you don't have to do it, but you did.
Yes.
You didn't have to accept the invitation, but you did. You didn't have to take time out to be here on your off day, but you did. You could have been out enjoying your day with your family, in addition to not being here, but you're here. So thank you as well, sir. I appreciate that. And you're here because, we want to talk about your latest children's book release. And am I saying it right? Becky, say the last part.
Okay, it's Burro.
Burro.
Burro, yes, sir.
I didn't want to mess it up because, I didn't want you to send those guys after me if I didn't say it right. All right?
No, you said it perfectly fine. Thank you.
You know what? They tell us about it. Tell us about how this book came about. What's the root foundation behind you releasing this book?
Oh, well, it started when my oldest kids were little, and I would tell them the usual stories, and put them on my lap and bounce them on my lap and play horsey. But, after a while, they got kind of tired of it. And so I had a pretty good imagination, and I just started coming up with little bitty stories, and they would love it and want me to tell them over and over and over again. And I was like, maybe I should turn this into a book, but I never really pushed the issue, or even was really just too scared and didn't want to try anything because I was so comfortable in my life. But I prayed on it, and with my wife helping me and guiding me, and God helping me and guiding me through this, it turned into a reality.
Oh, oh my
Yes,
goodness.
sir.
Now, I did hear you mention your wife. What's your wife's name?
Her name is Mara Silva. Yes, sir.
Mora Silva?
Mara, Mara.
Mara.
Yeah, yes.
I just want to make sure I say it right because if I don't, she'll send those girls after me.
Yeah, you're saying it right.
Mara, I just want to say good afternoon to her as well, sending my love, care, concern, and support, and sending my shout out to her because, of course, in order for you to accomplish what you have to have a good partner standing by your side, and of course, you have that. And with your
Yes.
wife standing by your side, of course, you can't forget about her, and you can't
No.
overlook her for being so supportive to what you're doing. So sending my shout out to your wife as well. I got to find out. I know that there's going to be some, I guess you can say some parents, some grandparents, considering and maybe moving forward to purchase a copy of your children's publication. I'm going to find out what would be the process for them to do so. I mean, how can they receive a copy?
They can go to Amazon.com, do a search on there for Becky Burrow, or they can go to Barnes and Noble and click on their website and then enter in Becky Burrow and click the link and then it'll add to cart. Add like 10 if you'd like.
Wow. Hey, well, that's always a blessing as well. You
Yes.
know, and I'm going to rewind the tape and press play for you a little bit. I know as you look back over the process and how you used to bounce your kids on your knee and all that good stuff and where you were and where you are now. I'm assuming right now, David, that this is your first publication, your first book release. But as you look over the process from where you were and where you are now, what's next for you as an author?
Well, I would really like to get to write more, to be able to do it full time and make it as my career. Hopefully, get an agent or maybe a publishing house to back me to where I can fulfill my dream and show my children that it's never too late
Mm-hmm.
to fulfill your dreams and do what God really has planned for you.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to encourage you that it's already done. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's already been placed in your mindset and in your heart.
Yes,
You can't do anything in life without thinking about it first.
true.
You won't even get up and go to the washroom without saying, man, I got to go to the washroom. So, it's already there. And all I'm going to say is follow your passion. Just going to tell you quickly, David, that when all of this started for me almost 18 years ago, I called and asked somebody. I said, how can I start my own internet? It wasn't even traditional internet radio station. He said, oh, you can't do that right now unless you got tens of thousands of dollars. And back then, 18 years ago, it wasn't as popular as it is now.
Yes.
And I said, well, I don't have that kind of money. Matter of fact, so it was harsh to even think about me trying to make this a passion, well, a dream come true. And I went the same day to the computer and said, I'm just going to take a class at the local college to try to get my education up to par before I try to consider going into either working for or creating my own. I went to the college website, and as soon as I clicked on the website, I saw a link that said, college radio station. It was their radio station. And I was like, wow, that looks interesting, Dave. That looks interesting. So I clicked on it. When I clicked on that link, a pop-up. You know how pop-ups used to come up on your computer all the time?
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
those.
Pop-up came up. And the pop-up said, how to start your own internet radio station free.
Ain't that amazing?
Ah! I'm telling you. Let me tell you this. I clicked on it, and I've been clicking ever since.
Yep.
Yeah. So it is possible. My point is, I said all that to say this. What you're dreaming about, your passion, just dive into it.
Yes.
It doesn't even seem possible. How can I make this a living? How can I do this all the time? Hey, take what you have. Make a mini series out of it. Create another short children's book. Create another Becky Burrow 2 or something like that.
Yes.
But start. It already started, man. And I tell you what, you have such a very pleasant, you're received pleasantly because of the way you carry yourself, the way you talk to people. You can do it all with this.
Well,
And
thank you.
anything
Yes,
that I can
I
do,
hope so.
anything I can do, I want to be able to help. So, with that being said, and I know you're looking into it. As far, I got to ask you this:
Sure.
the cover I guess, kind of tickles me. Okay, it kind of tickles me.
Yes.
You know, how did you come up with the cover of this?
Well, I've always had a very huge imagination, and I always loved to make my kids laugh and smile, and seeing the joy on their face was always one of my number one priorities. And so I would look at it from their eyes and be like, well, what would they like? And so I would think of a funny cover, and it goes well with the story.
Yeah.
It just all clicked together, and it's amazing how you said just click.
Yeah.
And that's what I did to find out about the book and how to do it and get it all done, because I was so discouraged in the beginning.
Ah,
And because I was like, oh, I could never do this.
right.
And then now here I am talking with you on your network, which is so amazing, and talking about my book. And if you would ask me this even 5 years ago, I would have told you, or even last year, I would
Wow.
have laughed and said, come on, that's not going to happen. And yet here I am.
Yeah. Man, wow.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because, like I said, I dived right in, and just to give you something additional, when I first started this, I only had one listener, and that one listener was me.
Oh, wow.
And my wife looked at me and she said, "You must really like listening to yourself talk." I said, and I'm giving you this as a nugget, David.
Yes.
I said to her, but every time I open my mouth, God makes me feel like I'm talking to a million people.
Yes.
And she
Feels like I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah. And
Yes.
and if God makes you feel that way,
Hmm.
he everybody cannot do what you're doing. He put you in that position for a purpose. And once you begin that journey, just keep going. I don't know if you've ever seen the little children's character cartoon show, Nemo, Finding Nemo, or Finding Dory, or whatever. It's like it's like a cartoon movie. I don't know, but
Oh, where they're looking for the fish?
yeah, yeah,
Yes, yes,
yeah. And
yes.
there's a part in that where she says, "Just keep going, just keep going, just keep going," and she said that.
Yeah.
And it just gave, you know what? Believe it or not, I'm almost 60 years old. I know. I don't look like what I've been through. I know. You don't have to tell me. Okay. But I got encouraged from that part alone in that entire movie. She
It
said,
says it all right
it
there.
says it
Yes.
all. Just keep
Hmm.
going. Just keep going and going. And I keep thinking about that almost 15 years later. It's still at the tip of my tongue. If someone, in fact, wanted to reach out to you and, they're on now, they're listening to a portion of this conversation and they're saying to themselves, what that young man has going on right now is good. I'd like to jump in and maybe possibly be of assistance at helping him move forward with the process to generate more children's books for children around the world. How would they find you? What's your contact information? How can you be reached?
Uh, well, my email is David S 51471 at gmail.com, or they could just call me on my phone at 913-562-8132, and I'd be really enthusiastic.
Well, I know you're not in radio, but you got when you do your phone number,
Yes.
you always got to say it twice because some people, their ink pen ran out of ink, their pencil lid
Yes.
broke, they couldn't find their eyeliner, they don't have a crayon, so you you got to find some. So what we
Sure,
do
sure.
is try to lock it in. So you always got to say your phone number twice.
Okay. All right. It's 913-562-8132.
913-562. What's the last one?
132.
8132.
Yes, sir.
All right. I just wanted to make sure. I don't want
Yep,
no.
yep.
I don't want you and your wife teaming up on me, and she's sending the girls and you sending the guys because I misread the phone number. So don't want that, Dave. I tell you, man, I am so honored, privileged, and blessed to have you. Number one, to have you here with us today. Number two, you accepted the invitation to be a part of our broadcast network family. Thank you. It's very hard for people to do that sometimes. And you did. And you stepped up. You stepped out on faith. And like you said, here you are. I can only give you my word because before I had reached out to you, you had never met me. You had never even heard of me. I don't think
No.
so. If you have, I'm going to start getting a little worried. But you stepped up and you stepped out on faith. And I promised you then, and I'm going to promise you publicly right here and right now, if there is anything that we can do to continue to assist you while you're on this journey, you have the number. We want you to use it. Pick up, give me a call, let me know. And I want you also to be aware that when you do let me know, the answer will always be yes, and you'll never have to ask me twice, okay?
I do really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's my honor and privilege to be on your network. I was really kind of like, I would never have thought anybody would want to contact me about my book and put me on their show, to be honest.
Wow.
But thank you.
It is my pleasure. I intend to do quite a few follow-ups with you. I know that for you, it was, I guess you could say, some unexpectancy. You didn't know what to expect. And
No, I didn't really.
and I said, Dave, you know what? Just let me do what I love to do, and I'll carry you through. I'll walk you through. I don't have any specific questions. I don't do an interview. Hey, you're not applying for a job.
Not yet.
Yeah, right, not yet. But it's a conversation. We talk, we laugh, we joke, and that's exactly what we've done.
Yes.
And I would love to have you back. I'm going to elevate your presence on our broadcast network, and I'm going to say this publicly, that it's a brand new book for you. I have made a decision. I want to elevate your presence on our broadcast network for the entire year of 2024.
Thank you.
Want you to know that.
Thank-
I want you to be there. If you have other publications coming up and coming out, all you got to do is say, hey, Kevin, I got another one. I just wrote this one a month ago, and it's out, released. Can you place it on your platform? And consider it done.
It would be my pleasure. You'll be the first to know. That's for sure.
Oh, I love that. Well, Dave, I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate having you here on our broadcast network and joining us this afternoon. I thank our Comcast family for chiming in. They have already given me some great news because they like the fact that you have reached out and focused on the market of children. Your demographics, your market, your target market is children. And
Yes.
I want you to know something. I came up with this little promo video trailer that I'm working on for you, and I could only come up with one song to put in the background as a music bed.
All right.
I could only come up with one. And that one, I'm going to tell you what it is. I hope it's Don't Worry, Be Happy.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's a good one.
I couldn't help it. I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried. I said, what would be a good music bed for this video book trailer? Because, of course, you know I'm finalizing you a video book trailer. And I just didn't know what to come up with. And I said, what song can I put? And that's the only one that kept coming up. So, congratulations to you on that. I look forward to talking to you again soon. I'll call you shortly, do a follow-up and let you know where all of this goes from here. But in the meantime, thank you so much. Thank your wife and your family for tuning in. We thank our broadcast network family and all the additional networks chimed in. Until next time, peace. God bless you. Take care. Take it easy. And, hey, well, if it's good to you, take it twice. You know.
All right. Thank you for having me.
We thank you for being here, David. Once again, he is one of our featured children's authors on the GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. His name is author David Silva Jr. And, of course, all you got to do is stop by our platform at GMAP1.com. You will see a copy of the publication that I'm currently showing you on our television screen, and I want you to click on it. It'll take you to the necessary location to find out more intimate information and details about the author as well as the publication. Until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. I shall see you soon. God bless each and every one of you. And David, you take care. I'll talk to you soon, all right?
You as well. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone.
God bless you, and bye-bye.
God bless you as well. Bye-bye.